Okay, running this Fetid Pools variant we've been trying back. I only was able to record a couple videos, and the rest would have to be of the last league. The rest would have to be post match and even post league recap. In fact, it'd have to be post the recording of this video. Play by play, which I could do, but I might not end up actually playing that. Anyway, we went 3-2, but we could have easily won one game where we had to leave prematurely. So, I think it's fair to say that that deck was very much on course to possibly being another 4-1, and I'm actually not even consistently 4-1 as frequently with mono red prowess as I am with this deck. I have won more trophies overall, but I think my overall win rate has been more solid with this Merfolk variant. So we're going to see if we can keep it going. And, I do like... So these Fetid Pools may seem really clunky, and it's weird because I did try a number of different options when the temples just weren't doing it for me. Here's the thing, though. My first diagnosis with the temples was that the scry wasn't really doing that much, and they were a bit clunky. So my first diagnosis was to just try to more check lands or Watery Graves, or, and yes, I haven't tried Wanderwine Hub yet, but I don't know, I just don't play that many Merfolk people. But anyway, long story short, but anyway, even with my Watery Grave experimentation, I didn't run against that many aggressive decks where really, the life loss actually lost me the game in those decks. However, what I did notice, though, was that I think I may have misdiagnosed the problem with temples. Yeah, they can be clunky, but it wasn't them being clunky that was actually the problem. It was the fact that they were being clunky and not giving me much payoff. Or maybe it was just bad luck that I just wasn't really scrying well with them. But then again, if you think about it, are you really getting good luck if you're seeing bad cards on the top of your library to scry away? I mean, there's an element to that because obviously, it would be better luck as far as having a better showing for Temple. But I feel like Fetid Pools offers a lot of the same benefits that Temple did, namely a much better late game due to having the ability to be more than just a land, except that it offers two advantages that Temple didn't. The first advantage is that later in the game, obviously, you can cycle it no matter what, and you don't have to rely on actually having a dead card to scry to the bottom to get value. Which, like I said, is that even really lucky that you had a dead card on top? You might draw two dead cards, but yeah. So first of all, it's just a stronger late game card, and just like Temple, when you bounce it with a Deprive, you can get value out of it late in the game. With Temple, obviously you just get another scry, but with Pools you can cycle it. But this also has a really, really important advantage over Temples that actually I think makes it pretty much a no-brainer that it's probably just the better choice, and that is that it's fetchable. I almost forgot actually that this land is technically an island swamp. I know. I don't know why it's an island swamp. I don't know why this cycle of lands were dual lands, but they are. And the fact that these can be fetched, as well, I don't know if I'm going to show that previous league, but it comes up a lot actually, and it helps cast Lurrus way more consistently. And the deck is basically painless. We'll only take a total of 4 damage off our lands if we draw all 4 fetch lands, and hopefully we can gain that life back with Lurrus anyway. So the deck is basically still painless, but we have really consistent access to 12 sources of black mana. We can almost always play Lurrus on turn 4, even without Aether Vial, which is something we've never been able to do with a previous version. And our late game has never been stronger, because the Fetid Pool cycling is probably the strongest ability. It's even better than the Creeping Tar Pits, actually. Creeping Tar Pit was a nice idea, but we almost never attacked with it. Realistically, Fetid Pools, we cycle this so much more than we ever attacked with Creeping Tar Pit. And there's another nice advantage to this too that even Lonely Sandbar, if you're playing a mono blue version, doesn't have, which is that you can fetch this card out with the fetch lands, and that actually can be an advantage because if you draw a Deprive later, then the Deprive effectively converted the fetch land into a cycle land, because you can return the Fetid Pools to your hand and then cycle them, making Deprive kind of like a 2-for-1 in that you can ditch a card that wasn't really doing much. So, yeah, actually, I gotta be honest. I know it can be kind of clunky to have these come into play taps lands, and I'm kind of famous as the guy who plays tap lands in Merfolk, but the deck can support them. especially when you're like mostly on 2-drops like I am. It's just, it doesn't actually, a lot of times it won't affect the curve that badly. Sometimes it does, but you know, also there's just something kind of challenging about playing around the Drown deck. Anyway, I think enough rambling. I like the way the deck has been performing. I think it's been pretty smooth, and let's hope it can have a good showing. Let's get to it.